Thank you. I yield back.
Mr. Alford?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I apologize for missing the first round. I just literally ran back from the House floor doing a speech, but that's our job, and I need to get in shape. Anyway, thank you for being here. You're doing such a great job, and we're proud to have you in that position. I know all the good questions have already been asked and answered, but I want to talk about the tariffs just a little bit. You know, the Democrats doubted these, the media doubted it, the pundits doubted it. A lot of people made fun of the tariffs, didn't like them, but they're working. We've already seen the results. In fact, the Congressional Budget Office now estimates the proposed tariffs will reduce our federal deficit by $2.8 trillion. That's a success story. Secretary, what is the strategy behind these? Is it simply a negotiating tool? Is it the art of the deal? Or does the president mean it when he says it about these tariffs, and why are they being so successful so far?
Build in America, in the greatest economy in the world. Remember, America is the consumer of the world. $20 trillion we consume every year. So if you want to sell here, build here. And if you don't want to sell here, pay to come into our market. We are receiving a run rate of $34 billion a month to the Treasury of the United States of America because of tariffs. So anybody who says that tariffs aren't working can't count to $34 billion.
I want to talk about the funding for NOAA and the National Weather Service. You know, Missouri has gotten hit pretty hard. We have a lot of tornadoes. We had a bad spring, and it's still going on. There was a lot of damage in my district just south of Kansas City. We have a regional NOAA center in Pleasant Hill, Missouri. It's a smaller center like you were talking about earlier. And I heard you talking about what's going to be happening in the future to some of these centers. Are centers like Pleasant Hill, which they already have some vacancies, are those regional centers in danger of closing at any time in the future, as far as you know, being replaced by automation and AI in a centralized location?
I'll give you an example in Missouri, which was we have all these research people in NOAA,
Right.
but they were separate from operational. So we started putting them together to take that research and start using it. And what it did is it produced an analysis that showed that we had horrible tornado conditions in Missouri. And so 2 hours earlier than the record ever in NOAA, we gave those warnings and saved 120 people, got them out 2 hours earlier. So we are totally on it. But the concept of having 4 people, and one of them has a baby and one of them's out sick and somehow we're not able to do it 24 hours a day, seems silly. That we should have, if we have 2,100 meteorologists, I promise you, we can cover the United States of America 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we can have better technology, right? We used to have human beings would launch a weather balloon.
Right.
Like I could imagine like someone just going, whoop, come on. We do, it's called autosonders. We now do it in an automated fashion. So I don't need the person to launch the balloon. So because I can automate launch the balloon.
So I've been inside this center. It's pretty cool. And I used to be in television news there in Kansas City. A lot of my friends are meteorologists at these stations who have personal relationships with the people at NOAA and NWS. I think they're a little concerned. And will these centers be closing, but the information, which is also life-saving, be coming from a centralized location?
I think it'll be both. I think there'll be many centers that will stay and will augment and be bigger and stronger and more powerful. But the concept is we've got to be able to automate ourselves and back each other up. This concept that the data just stays in Missouri and is not available to be analyzed by Nebraska or other meteorologists is illogical. That needs to change. If I showed you the technology, you'd drop your head embarrassed to be an American. When we're done in this Commerce Department and I'm done with my term, I promise you, you will be proud of the technology in the Department of Commerce.
Mr. Chair, if you would indulge me for one more question. I want to talk about the BEAD program, also very important to my state, very rural state. Biden administration put in $42.5 billion and not one home hooked up. It's a disgrace, I think. you talked about tech agnostic approach, and you talked about the three options. It's got to be a fix. What are those three options again?
Fixed wireless, which we all know is Wi-Fi,
Right.
right? Fiber, laying cable, or satellite. Any of those three serve broadband, and we should be agnostic to which one.
So some of the folks in my district or in state are concerned that we want to get everyone hooked up, and it's got to be the right system. Satellite is not going to work all over Missouri. So we're going to get the system that actually works, right, for our money. All right.
Yes.
I hear the light tap of the chairman. It's a gavel. I will yield back.